In 1925, a man walked into a hotel in Paris and sold the Eiffel Tower. He did not own it. It was not for sale. And astonishingly, he got away with it. Then, just to prove it was no fluke, he came back and sold it a second time. This is the story of Victor Lustig, perhaps the smoothest con man who ever lived. Welcome to Curio Hour, where we uncover the strange, the unsolved, and the unforgettable. Today's story: the man who sold the Eiffel Tower. Victor Lustig was born in Europe in 1890, and from a young age he had a gift. He was charming, elegant, and brilliant. He spoke several languages fluently, and he could make almost anyone trust him. He used these gifts not for honest work, but for the art of the confidence trick. Lustig was a professional swindler. He worked the luxury ocean liners that crossed the Atlantic, charming the rich out of their money. He had dozens of false names and countless schemes. But his masterpiece, the con that made him a legend, was still to come. In the spring of 1925, Lustig was in Paris when he read a small article in a newspaper. The article was about the Eiffel Tower. The great tower, it explained, had originally been built as a temporary structure and was never really meant to last. Now, decades later, it was rusting and hugely expensive to maintain. And the city, the article noted, was struggling with the cost of keeping it standing. To most people, it was a dull piece of news. To Victor Lustig, it was the opportunity of a lifetime. An idea began to form. An idea so audacious, so absurd, that surely no one would ever suspect it. If the city could not afford the tower, then perhaps the city wanted to be rid of it. And if it wanted to be rid of it, then perhaps it could be sold. For scrap. Lustig set his plan in motion. First, he had an expert forge official government stationery. Then he gave himself an impressive and entirely fake title: Deputy Director of the Ministry in charge of public buildings. Posing as this official, he sent secret, confidential letters to 5 of the largest scrap metal dealers in Paris. He invited them to a private meeting at one of the finest hotels in the city. There, in a luxurious suite, Lustig made his pitch. The government, he told them gravely, had made a difficult decision. The Eiffel Tower was to be torn down and sold for scrap. 7,000 tons of valuable iron. A fortune for whichever dealer won the contract. But he stressed the matter was extremely delicate. The public would be furious if they knew. So it must all be kept absolutely secret. The dealers were stunned and excited. Lustig, playing his role perfectly, took them on a tour of the tower in a chauffeured car to inspect the prize. And as he watched them, Lustig identified his perfect victim: a dealer named Andre Poisson. He was insecure and desperate to prove himself among the elite businessmen of Paris. Lustig focused all his charm on Poisson, and then he added a final, brilliant touch. He hinted quietly that as a poorly paid government official, he might be persuaded to favor Poisson's bid for a small private bribe. It was a stroke of genius, because by asking for a bribe, Lustig made himself seem like exactly what he claimed to be: a real, corruptible official. Poisson's last doubts melted away. This was simply how big business was done. He was convinced. And so, Andre Poisson handed over a fortune. The full payment for the Eiffel Tower and a generous bribe on top. Lustig took the money and immediately boarded a train to Austria. He had done it. He had sold one of the most famous landmarks on Earth, a landmark he had no right to sell, to a man who never suspected a thing. Safely abroad, Lustig waited nervously for the news of the scandal to break. But it never came. Andre Poisson, when he finally realized he had been swindled, was so utterly humiliated that he never reported the crime at all. And when Lustig understood this, he did something almost unbelievable. He came back. A month after the first con, he returned to Paris, gathered a fresh group of scrap dealers, and tried to sell the Eiffel Tower all over again. This time, however, his chosen victim grew suspicious and went to the police. But Lustig, ever the professional, sensed the danger and slipped away before they could catch him. Victor Lustig went on conning the world for years. He even, it is said, swindled the gangster Al Capone and lived to tell the tale. But his luck did not last forever. He was eventually caught for printing counterfeit money and locked away. He died behind bars on the island of Alcatraz, the smoothest swindler of his age, undone at last. But the legend never faded. The con man so bold, so brilliant, and so charming that he managed to sell the Eiffel Tower. Not once but twice.